The story of Queen Esther is a captivating tale of courage, faith, and providence found in the Book of Esther in the Bible. Esther is a Jewish orphan raised by her cousin Mordecai, lived in Persia during the reign of King Xerxes. In the third year of his reign, King Xerxes of Persia held a grand feast in citadel of Susa, displaying his wealth and splendor for 180 days. On the final day, he commanded Queen Vashti to appear before his guests to show off her beauty, but she refused. Enraged, Xerxes deposed Vashti and sought a new queen. A decree was issued to gather all beautiful young virgins to the royal harem. Among them was Esther, a Jewish orphan raised by her cousin Mordecai. Esther, known for her beauty and grace, quickly won the favor of Haggai, the custodian of the women, and was given a special treatments and privileges. After 12 months of beauty preparation, Esther was presented to the King Xerxes, who was captivated by her. He placed the royal crown on her head, making her the new queen of Persia. Esther did not reveal her Jewish identity, as Mordecai had advised. Mordecai, who sat at the king's gate, discovered a plot by the two of king's eunuchs, Bigthana and Teresh, to assassinate the King Xerxes. Mordecai informed Queen Esther, who in turn reported it to the king, giving credit to Mordecai. The matter was investigated and found to be true, and the conspirators were hanged. This act of royalty was recorded in the Book of Annals in King's Princes. After these events, King Xerxes honored Haman, elevating him above all other nobles. All the royal officials of the king's gates knelt and paid homage to Haman, as the king had commanded. But Mordecai refused to bow down. Haman was filled with rage, and learning of Mordecai's Jewish identity, sought to destroy all Jews in the kingdom. He convinced King Xerxes to issue a decree to annihilate the Jews on the 13th day of the 12th month, Adar. The decree was sent out to all the provinces, causing great mourning among the Jews. When Mordecai learned of the decree, he tore his clothes, put on sackcloth and ashes, and went into the city, wailing loudly and bitterly. In every province there was a great mourning among the Jews. Esther's maids and eunuchs informed her of Mordecai's distress. She sent clothes for him to wear instead of sackcloth, but he refused. Esther sent Hathach, one of the king's eunuchs, to find out what was troubling Mordecai. Mordecai gave him a copy of the decree and urged Esther to go before the king to beg for mercy and plead for her people. Esther, aware of the law against approaching the king unsummoned, expressed her fear to Mordecai. Mordecai replied, "Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. If you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to a royal position for such a time as this?" Esther resolved to go to the king, requesting all the Jews in Susa to fast for 3 days and nights. On the third day, Esther put on her royal robes and stood in the inner court of the palace. When King Xerxes saw her, he was pleased and extended the golden scepter. Esther invited the king and the Haman to a banquet she had prepared. During the banquet, the king asked Esther her request, promising to grant it up to half his kingdom. Esther invited them to another banquet the next day, where she would reveal her petition. Haman, proud of his exclusive invitation, went home joyously, but became infuriated when he saw Mordecai at the gate not bowing. He built a gallows of 75 feet high to hang Mordecai the next day. That night, King Xerxes could not sleep and had the Book of Chronicles read to him. He discovered that Mordecai had not been rewarded for saving his life. The next morning, Haman came to ask for Mordecai's execution, but before he could speak, the king asked how to honor a man who pleased him. Haman, thinking the king meant him, suggested a royal parade. To his horror, the king ordered him to honor Mordecai in this way. At the second banquet, Esther revealed her Jewish identity and Haman's plot. King Xerxes and Raj ordered Haman to be hanged on the gallows he had built for Mordecai. Mordecai was promoted to Haman's position, and the king issued a new decree allowing the Jews to defend themselves against their enemy. On the 13th day of Adar, the Jews struck down their enemies. In Susa alone, they killed 500 men, including Haman's 10 sons. Queen Esther requested another day for the Jews in Susa to destroy their enemies, and they killed 300 more. Across the empire, the Jews killed 75,000 of their enemies, but did not take their plunder. The Jews celebrated their victory with feasting and joy, instituting the festival of Purim to commemorate their deliverance. Mordecai became second in rank to King Xerxes, preeminent among the Jews and held in high esteem by his fellow Jews because he worked for the good of his people and spoke up for the welfare of all Jews. Thank you for watching this detailed story of Queen Esther. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring stories from the Bible.